Make sure you are near a television or wireless. Do not be alarmed. Important announcement from Downing Street at 12 p.m. GMT, 1 p.m. BST. Make sure..." And on and on. Toby didn't know it, but everyone was getting themselves near a TV. They were alarmed by the word alarmed, and they were even more alarmed by the word wireless, without quite knowing why. The ticker message had been running for 3 hours. It had created a primitive urge in people to hear whatever was going to be said in the company of others. This primitive urge collided with a more modern urge to remain socially distanced, but the primitive urge won. This time, for this news event, people wanted to come together. Strange, Toby thought, and then refocused on his own quest. He had just come here about a flat share. He scanned the heaving crowd looking for any obvious Daves. Why did this Dave have to be the only Dave without a mobile? He decided to ask the landlady again for good form. If that didn't work out, he'd forget all about the flat and look for something else. "Are you quite sure you don't know any Daves?" he said to the landlady, poking his head between 2 customers without quite touching them. "He was certain you'd know him. He said, 'It's impossible to hide your identity these days.'" The landlady stopped chewing for a moment and looked him straight in the eye. "You mean paranoid, Dave?" Maybe." "Well, why didn't you say so then, over there near the TV?" she said, pointing with her elbow and resuming her chewing. "Black beard, leather overcoat." "Thank you," Toby squeaked, just as the sea of customers closed in front of him. Toby edged his way in the vague direction indicated by the landlady's elbow, and there, on a settle against the wall, he saw a chubby bearded figure. He was wearing a black skull T-shirt beneath a full-length black leather coat, and was staring intently at another large TV screen. Still half-minded to walk out and forget the whole flatmate thing, Toby nudged his way towards him. Hi, I'm here about the flat. Are you—" The bearded figure raised his hand to silence him while still staring at the screen. "BST?" the bearded figure asked. Yes." "What does it mean?" "British summertime?" "Exactly, British summertime." He stabbed a single pudgy finger into the table. "Why bother telling us that? Why?" The bearded figure turned to Toby for the first time. His eyes were small and suspicious, sitting in his pudgy white cheeks like a couple of button studs in an overstuffed sofa. "It can only mean one thing." "Which is?" Toby asked. "I don't know. I'm still thinking about it." He turned back to the TV. "Great," said Toby. "Well, I guess you must be Dave." "Who wants to know?" I do. Look, I'm just here about the ad. I was wondering if you could tell me what the flat looks like." "The what?" "Oh, the flat. Is that what you're here about?" Paranoid Dave patted the bench next to him. "Take a seat, you should have said." "Well, I did, actually," Toby replied, sitting down. "Did you? Oh, right." A thought seemed to pass through Paranoid Dave's head, and he suddenly looked cowed. "I don't know, man. Not sure how much I'm allowed to tell you. You better wait till Charlie gets here from work." "Who's Charlie?" Toby pictured a grizzled creature of startling rudeness. He sank back into his seat with his bag of crisps, only then realizing that he hadn't actually paid for them. He looked at the bag and shook it. It was large, but with disappointingly few crisps in it. £1 for that? He pulled some loose coins from his other jacket pocket. They totaled £1 exactly. Surely a sign. Toby had just resolved to return to the bar, pay for the crisps, and quietly slip out of Paranoid Dave's life, when the TV started to crackle. After an awkward transition, the drinkers of the Squirrel and Acorn found themselves staring at a rather familiar doorway. 12 noon struck in Downing Street. Nothing happened. The press fidgeted a little more. Many billions of people watching at home fidgeted with them and wondered, fleetingly, if there might just be time to pop the kettle on. Then at